how to do this using the Wikiversidade approach. There is the Portuguese version of Wikiversity, but we can escalate this for other language projects, other Wikiversity language projects, okay? So our learning outcomes for today is try to understand how this mock thing works, how is it structured on Wikiversity, also how the basic structure models gives us multimedia elements in a mock that we need to put in order to create a mock on Wikiversity, and how we use this structure using some examples of how we implemented this in Portuguese Wikiversidade. Okay, so a mock, probably everyone here already take a course, online, massive open course in any different platform. I'm not sure if you have already taken a mock on Wikiversidade. Has anyone here taken one? Yeah, that's amazing. And you can then do this on Wikiversity. So a mock in Wikiversity is similar to other platforms like Coursera, Udacity, and other platforms. And there's lessons that contain units. This lesson has goals that have learning resources, and kind of each unit has videos, script, there is a text. This text can be wikificate to be linked to Wikipedia articles. And this interface is also, there's this extremely important that this interface possibility the discussion and additional collaboration for other teachers. So the same goal we have in other projects, there is volunteer driver. We start in the beginning with a mock model, but then there was redeveloped as an interface. I'm going to show this both approach, but currently one is the mock interface. There is a EduWiki extension. So for start using the mock model, there is a low script. We had some kind of programming language that work on Wikimedia and EduWiki environmental. One of these programming languages is Lua. If I'm correct, it's a Brazilian programming language. And this programming language also uses JavaScript and CSS and other kind of things, technological things. Then once there runs an interface that we can use to visualize a structure that is the mock. Okay? So we start editing and use the mock interface. We need to add use a little of coding. We need to add a common.js file to our user page. Probably some of you already do this in other contexts, like when you use some gadgets or other tools. You need to do the same thing on other projects. It is extremely common for commons, for Wikidata too. So we need to code this code. This code is also available for other users. Like this one, this was an adaptation that runs directly from the MediaWiki extension. And the previous one is specific for English Wikiversity. Okay, I can further provide these slides for better documentation. After we have this copy and paste, we can visualize the interface and edit the interface. Okay, the next step is to go to the category mock. And in this category, we can visualize and we can have a list of all the mocks listed at the language Wikiversity. And there is also a big button where we have the opportunity to create a new mock. So for create a new mock, we start think about which is this mock, what is the title, and which is important here is to be careful, because when we think about this name, it's hard to change after that, okay? Because this name is Every step you take it, after that, it's gonna be a new page on Wikiverse. So we're gonna start moving pages if you need to make any corrections. Okay, this is how this button goes in Portuguese and English Wikiversity. So we set the title and also the summary of our edition, and we create the mock. Okay, this is 3 examples of how we did this in Portuguese, Wikiversidade. This was a course about respiratory health and human communication disorders. This was other course about using georeferencing and health on Wikidata. For example, in this course, we define some overall learning goals for the course, and also define the principal demand models that the goals that are going to work for this course. It was 4 models. And this is the interface I should demonstrate for you. To be able to edit the interface, you need to add that previous code that is linking the user code in JS to CommonJS that I showed you. And then we can edit using the index mock. I'm going to show you in more detail later. But here we have the structure. So we have the lections, the different units, the navigation section. There is the how the mock is composed by. This is another example of mock. There was a specific course about introduction to basic knowledge that was built in Brazil also. And the same process works for this. In the category, we import the structure and create the mock, use the same button. And for edit and insert information, we use the index mock page. This page is created as a subpage as the mock main page. I've created the mock page that follows right here. We have this mock index page, okay? That is a subpage of the mock. Here we can add lection, unit, and has this kind of structure. I think this, here's the light here, okay. Lection, unit, and this kind of syntax for each structure or element we are adding in the course, okay? And I've created the unit, lection, we are adding more structure and subpages. This is also because the reason we need to be careful about the title or structure we are adding to the course, because when I start to define this as a title and then this and then follows, if I need to rethink this title, I'm going to remove all that was already made it, okay? This is the syntax in more detail. The mock index has this kind of syntax that is defined this as the main index page for the course, lection. For example, there was a lection about the resource system. The further reading, which is going to be teaching in this lection, the goals. The goals has this kind of syntax. How will the number of discussion threads that are going to be related to this course? If it is going to course, if this unit is going to be some open discussion available for participants or not. It is also interesting to add internal links, videos, image, and all of this, of course, is already on Commons. Okay, and how we are going to add and creating following the creation of the mock. After creating the index mock page for create the follow pages of the mock, we just need to use this syntax. We add this line of code that use the invoke syntax, enter, base, the name of the code, the mock. We can also add some footer or some header. It's not obligatory. Use this as a transcription, okay? Just adding for other part of the project. but in the same project, like this also on Wikiversity. And using this evoke code, evoke syntax, we are creating this using this markdown. This is an example of a unit completely created. It unit allows to which feed the text. So this text is references. This also can have hypertext to Wikipedia in Portuguese or the language, and is also linked to Wikimedia Commons videos. And this is the structure I was talking about: the mock name, unit name, lesson, script. Here is the part where we edit the text. We can also add some kind of tests and assessment questions. There is called quiz that follow this structure: mock name, unit name, lesson name, and quiz. We create this using this kind of structure that is also using some kind of code, the question and the options. Minimums for correct ones and plus for correct ones. Just a short types for how to record good lessons through Wikimedia Commons, because it was kind of not a problem, but something we work a little in Brazil. Because you cannot upload MP4 files to Wikimedia Commons, we need to use, for example, OGV or WebM files. So you can use this, for example, a camera that can have this file formatted directly. All we need to use Handbrake or the open converter to make this file compatible to Wikimedia Commons. And just some kind of types: how to record a lesson, use it for background, real time, camera orientation, good microphone, try to prepare a script for the lesson, clarity, and also use open materials like playmates and other materials we are going to insert the slides of the lectures. Okay, thank you very much. Muchas gracias.